balloons.
Oh, balloons.
Balloons.
Yeah.
And there's one more thing.
Oh.
Flowers for Mother's Day. Happy Mummy's Day. Happy Mummy's Day.
Oh.
Got her balloons as well. Best mum ever. With a heart. There you go.
Aren't they lovely?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put them in a vase until you take them home?
Yeah. Oh,
And then when you take them home, you can get them in a vase at your house.
yeah.
This is it's a very late vlog because, as you know, I had a very bad cough. I had to ring the doctor eventually because the cough was so bad and it was dragging on. It was causing pains around my body. I knew it was probably the muscles, but I thought I better just get it checked out. He suggested, because I used to be an ex-smoker, that I should go and get an x-ray. Got the x-ray. It was clear. Everything was fine. Then at the weekend, Mother's Day brought me, well, Mother's Day, we had His Lordship's mother come. And His Lordship's mother's partner came. Now, all of you know that his mother has actually got dementia, and His Lordship's mother's and her partner is absolutely driving us round the bend because he gets fed up with her and says, oh, I've rung up to put her in the home for a week. And he's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to go through social services. And of course, then social services ring his lordship up and tell him, you can't do that. We've got to organise it. It's got to be done through us. And he has this habit of wanting to do, got itchy nose. He has this habit of 1 minute wanting her in a home, and the next minute not wanting her in a home because he realises he'd be lonely. Because he's a man who does nothing. He doesn't read, he doesn't do anything practical. He just sits and watches television. And he's not a talker either. He doesn't even talk. In 20 years that I've known him, we have gone out for a meal, 4 of us, and there'll be a communication with 3 of us, and the 4th one never talks. He never speaks. He's not even paying attention at the table. He's out there looking at that, watching what's going on over there rather than communicating. So it's a bit of an irritation. And so he keeps humming and hawing. I want her in a home. I don't want her in a home. I want her in a home. I don't want her in a home. So anyway, on Mother's Day, Mummy came up. He brought her up. And His Lordship gave her a lovely bunch of flowers and some balloons. And she was thrilled to bits. And then he was going on, 2 days previous, he wanted her in a home. And then he said, I don't want her in a home on the Mother's Day. And I lost my temper. I just said, you can't keep sending us backwards and forwards. The social services don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. 1 minute you want her in a home, the next you don't. And he said, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I said, well, even you, when the social services came, and the guy was saying, well, we could put her in this home. And he was saying, I've rung that one up, I've rung that one up, and I've rung that one up. And then he says he doesn't want her. So, it was driving me around the bend. So I was so annoyed that I just said, right, I'm going near the room. And I went near the room. I said, I've had enough of this. He's just we're going around in circles with him. And I said, anyway, it's not my problem, it's yours. I said to His Lordship. Well, he was keeping out of it because he thought, he said, I thought you were doing such a good job telling him what you thought. He said, I've just left you to it. So anyway, they then came into the other room and he came across, started crying, as he does, because he's a bit of a bully. He's a bully. He's a control freak, a bully, but he always ends up crying. And ever since COVID started, when we've gone to visit them, I've said, look, I'm not touching you, I'm not hugging you, I'm not giving you anything, no hands, no taps or anything. I don't want to give COVID to you and I don't want to catch COVID from you. And he kept saying, oh, poo-poo, you don't need oh, we don't need masks. I don't wear a mask when I go out. I think it's rubbish, it's all a con. And I kept saying, you think what you like, but I'm wearing a mask and I'm not touching you. So what happened on Mother's Day was he was upset. He started crying. He said, please, he said, please, give me a hug. And I'm going, no, I don't want to, Gordon. I said, I don't want to because I don't want to catch anything. I don't want to give you anything. And he had a cough. So, and he was putting his hands to hold mine, and he says, I'm sorry. And I said, look, I said, I'm just fed up with it. I said, we don't know what's going on. We don't know whether we're coming or going because you keep changing your mind. And he says, but I don't know what to do. And I said, well, you know, somebody's going to take it out of your hands and they're going to do it for you instead. So he touched me. And I'm thinking, it wasn't until after, I couldn't go straight out and wash my hands. So I had to sit there for a while. And I completely forgot to wash my hands, didn't I? So 4 days later, what happens to me? I get bloomin' COVID. He doesn't get COVID because he gave his mother a hug, but he didn't touch her. But then his mother got COVID. So mother, sad to say, at this very point in time, is actually in hospital on oxygen because she was getting delirious last night. And apparently delirium, dementia, I'm not a nurse, but delirium, dementia and COVID are 3 things that don't work very well together. So she's in hospital on oxygen. We can't go and see her. So I just keep my fingers crossed for her. But she is 95, you know. Unfortunately, she's got her age against her. But she is a very strong person. So you never know. She's like him. So he's been keeping his distance from me because I've got COVID. And I've been sitting in here. Now, because I've been in here, I've been sewing. And you can see some of the sewing here. I just thought, right, I've got far too much stash. I'm going to start sewing. And the pattern that I started sewing was this one. It's me again. Now then, I've got to put this little piece in because I was just saying, I think I had to stop for some reason. Did the cat call or something? Anyway, mother-in-law is quite a feisty lady. And during COVID, he was trying to get her out of bed and she didn't want to get out of bed. And he's unsteady on his legs. And she is she's although she's 10 years older than him, she can outwalk him. Although she's getting dementia, her actual physical self is very good. And she wouldn't get out of bed this particular time, so she lost her temper with him. She swung her leg, knocked him off balance. He went flying across the room and banged his head on the chest of drawers and ended up cutting his head. So he died 999. And the police came and said, do you want us to arrest her? So she is feisty. And one of the big problems that we have is that when she gets irritated by him, she wants to take a swing at him. And this is obviously the Alzheimer's because they get angry. She wants to, on an evening, she wants to go home. During the day, she goes to day classes. And she loves it. She thinks she's going to work. But during the evening, he comes and looks after her. And of course, she can't stand being pinned in. And she wants to go to her home. And he keeps saying, this is your home. And he can't, no matter how many times we tell him how to talk to her, he won't. He gets annoyed with her and he tells her off and he shouts at her. And she gets annoyed. So she swings at him. And apparently several times he's had to ring his lordship up and say, can you calm your mother down? She's going to hit me. Hence the reason why really he wants her in a home. And then once he thinks about her going in the home, he decides he doesn't want her in a home. New look. 6435. Now I made this once before. It's actually on the first page of my it's one of the pictures that comes up on my introduction. And I made 2 of them actually. I made a brown one and a purpley one. It was fabric that I dyed. And I made it more or less in that style there. With a V-neck. I think I made one with a V-neck and one with a round neck. But they were both straight across there. And so I got this pattern out and I thought, oh, I'm going to make a couple of these because they looked really nice. But I had a lot of fabric. So what I did was I suddenly thought, oh, I might make it into a dress. And basically what I did was, I'll show you the skirt pattern that I had. Where's the skirt pattern? I traced it off. This is the skirt pattern that I used. This is the skirt back. And basically that's the fold of the fabric. So I put that on the fold of the fabric. And then I just continued down there, and I continued across there, and I continued back up. And I basically took this line down. I took this line across. Which one's the fold? That's the fold. So I had that straight down the fold, and I had this one going across, and I basically took this across as far as I could to the width of the fabric, and that made it into a long skirt. So I've made 3 dresses, and I love them. I do. They're very similar to some that I made before, and once I'm tarted up with some makeup and everything, I'll let you see what they're like on. But these are the 3 dresses. I tell a lie. I made 4 dresses. This is the first one. This was black and white, and I dyed it orange. And what I do, I love top stitching my seams. I like to top stitch my seams. This is, I don't use twin needles. I did a straight stitch, and then in the middle I did that stretch stitch. And the sleeves, I've just done 1 line of stitching there. The waistband there, and the length goes right long. It's really long. I'll stand back to let you see. Will that hold? Let me tilt that a bit. Now, someone made a point that this looked like I had another door here. It's not. It's actually, I had a mirror on there, and you're now seeing the painted part of the door here. But it was originally, I had a mirror hanging there, so that's why you see that. So this one is the first one. All the same style, but it's long. As you can see, it's very long. Have I taken the hem up on this yet? Yes, I have. Taken the hem up on that one. That was black and white, and I dyed it orange, and I thought it looked lovely. You'll see it when, probably in the next video, when I'm feeling a bit better, I shall get toffed up, a bit of makeup, and let you see it. Then this one was a brownie. This is a brownie fabric. You can see a little bit of the dye hasn't spread very well, but I'll wear this in the house. And this one is slightly shorter. In fact, I might even re-dye it because it's slightly miscoloured in places. But that was a one that I dyed. Oh, I dyed the fabric ages ago. And because it was a lot of fabric, I think that's why it's gone a bit patchy. So I may redo that. But that is the same thing. It's basically like a ready... Can you see where the dye hasn't gone right? I'd probably put, because it was a lot of fabric, I'd probably put too much fabric in the drum. So I'll redo that one, and it should turn out okay. The third one is this one. And this again was a black and white, and I dyed it a rust, what colour is this? It's like a red colour, like a pinky red. It looks more pink on the camera than this, but this is the third one. And again, thought that was lovely. This is the fourth one that I made, and this is a polyester fabric. It's a polyester jersey that I had. Same sort of setup. I've done 3 rows. That I've still got some thread there that I need to pull out. I wasn't happy with the thread, and I started redid it. So there's that one. So of all of them, or of all of those and this one was the hardest to sew. It would not take on the over edging. I could not serge it. Every time I serged it, cut the fabric, but it wouldn't sew it. And I think it's the way that I think it's the fabric that's there. It must be difficult to... I've had this problem with these kind of stretch man-made fibres before. The needle just doesn't want to sew through it. Oh, look, can you hear somebody? Is there somebody there? Hello? Hello? Come on then, up here. Up you come and say hello. Come and say hello to everybody. This little girl here. Let's just get her in focus. Where is she? Turn her around that way. Let me come here. This little girlie here. Come and see me. This way. Come here. This little girl has been so loving ever since her sister died. She wants to come and sit beside me all the time, don't you? And what else do you like to do? You like me to put my phone down. Now my phone is changing colour all the time, so I don't know what's happened there. Let's stop it and see if it... Well, stop. Now, she likes me to put things on my phone where there's dicky birds going onto a table for biscuits and things, for nuts and things. And she likes to pretend that she's chasing after them, don't you? Oh, she's just... Now then, I think... Let's not show your bottom. I think this little girl has COVID. And the reason why I think she's got COVID is that since the day that I got it, she has never stopped sleeping, haven't you? Normally you come and fuss over me, and this is the first time you fussed over me, isn't it? First time you fussed. And I think she's had COVID. I think she just slept and slept. Hasn't eaten much, didn't you? You did eat your tuna. She liked tuna. She did eat her tuna, but you haven't eaten much other than that, haven't you not? No, she doesn't like you fussing on the head too much, don't you not? Because it must have a funny feeling inside you. So this will be the first time you've actually had a good look at her, and she's just gorgeous. Nobody could believe that this was the girl who did not like anybody when I first got her. She keeps licking me, and nobody would believe that this girl, every time you went near her, she'd go like that, didn't you? And now, if you even make an attempt to do that, you're very apologetic afterwards, aren't you? Yes, you are. So, I'm covered in this now. So, I think I'll stop there, and hopefully next time I shall be a little bit better and well enough to try on these clothes and to show you this one I've got here. This is another one I'm doing, and this, I like this one. Yes, I do. I like this one. But you're hiding it from them, aren't you? You don't want them to see it until it's all ready, don't you not? No, you don't want them to see it. Not until it's all ready. No, you don't. You'll keep it a secret. We'll keep it a secret from them. Don't tell them. Don't tell them what it is. Don't tell them. So we'll love you and we'll leave you and we'll catch you next time. Bye. So, because I have COVID, I've been in my little room in there, and he hasn't got COVID, so he's been wanting to do things.
Yet.
Hold on, hang on, I'm going to turn you around.
Oh.
You haven't got COVID?
Yet.
Yet. So tell them what you've been doing.
I've been cooking.
Cooking what?
I've been cooking penne pasta.
Turn your tap off.
Oh, turn the tap off. I didn't realise it was on the side.
Right.
Penne pasta, but with a twist. With a twist. The sauce has got chili in it. Bit of chili in for a bit of spice. And other than that, it's chicken, penne pasta, then the sauce with a bit of chili in, and mascarpone, which creams it up lovely. And then topped with cheddar cheese, but also mozzarella. And a sprinkle of parsley.
Right, and not just one portion.
No, I've made...
Yesterday, while I was isolating, you went out to do some shopping and he disappeared for over 2 hours. He said, I'm only going to do a small shop, and he was away for 2 hours. Where the heck he went to, I don't know. But he was uncontactable on the phone.
But I went... that was because my phone threw a wobble. It's a Google phone, and it has a mind of its own, basically. And it turned itself off. It said, I can't find the SIM card.
Right. So anyway,
I've made...
he came back with all these containers.
Yeah, the reason it took me so long is because it was a different supermarket, and I had to go around and find stuff that I don't normally get.
Yeah.
So it took me ages.
Right.
Anyway,
so he's made... you'll have to back up and I'll have to come forward. Right. So this is what he's made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 portions. This is a 2 portion.
Those are tours.
Tours.
And that's a 4 for when the kids come.
For when the kids come. And they look rather nice. And the containers you got from Dunelm. Did you get them from Dunelm?
I got them from Dunelm. Cause look.
And
they've got these. I won't put them on yet, but they've got lids.
plastic lids. So he's going to put them in the freezer.
That one's tonight's dinner.
That's our meal tonight, yeah.
And these will go in the freezer, and then they'll have to come out and thaw before we cook them.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to be disappearing back into my she shed while he finishes off and cleans up.
And tomorrow I'm making Mediterranean fish gratin.
Oh, are you? Now, where are you getting these recipes from? Online, obviously.
Online, these are from BBC Good Food.
And the reason why... Oh, that one's chicken, isn't it? You bought some chicken.
Yeah.
But the other one, the fish one, is because you had somebody from Grimsby bring lots of fish.
We have a fishmonger who comes round in a van and brings you fish every 8 weeks, I think it is. So tomorrow I'm going to make 4 fish pies, 4 2-portion fish pies, and 1 big portion, 4-portion.
Yeah, you made a big one the last time when John and Barbara came and had it upstairs.
And it was lovely. And according to them.
Yeah, they thought it was lovely.
And yes, and that's it. And then next week we'll find something else to do.
There you go. So maybe we should record you doing it, because everybody will say, well, that's lovely, but he hasn't shown us how he's done it. So next time I'll record it.
Okay. Yeah. And then we might...
once I've got rid of my COVID, because I can't come and stand next to him when I'm...
No, you can't. And and might have to get a supplementary freezer.
Where are you going to put it?
Exactly.
In my she shed?
In your she shed.
I don't know. See you later. This is all because our heating is going up, and so he's trying to do it in mass production. Rather than...
It's energy efficient if you do
energy efficient. Do it all in one batch, and then you don't have to keep switching the oven on every time.
That's it.
See you. Okay then. Bye.
It's not the walk in the park that you have.
He's got COVID, haven't you?
Yeah, and I feel shit.
Oh, don't use that word on YouTube.
I feel crap. I feel
absolutely awful.
Yeah. I've just been to bed for 2 hours. And it's the bloody afternoon.
It's a bloody afternoon.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen now, don't you?
You'll not sleep tonight.
I'll not sleep tonight.
He won't sleep tonight. He's I wanted him to take some paracetamol, and he's a non-tablet taking person. And I said, well, if we have to take you to hospital, you're going to have to take some paracetamol if they make you take it. So he's insisted he might just have one, and he's taken one. I don't know if it's kicked in yet.
Yeah.
Has it?
I don't know if it has or not. If I still feel crap.
Gets no sympathy with me.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
So yesterday, or the day before, he said to me, Shem, are you well enough to go for a walk? And I said, no. So today I said, Brian, are you well enough to go for a walk? And he said, bugger off.
Yeah, you rat bag.
You rat bag, he called me. A rat bag.
I think I'm going to go to China and play hell with them.
Why?
Because they started all this.
Listen, it's all good fun. As I always used to say to my kids, it's all good fun.
Well, my body doesn't think it's good fun, Deuce.
Does it not?
No, my body is...
I'll take it more seriously when we've got to ring up the hospital.
Yeah. It's... I just feel crap.
Well, he's batch processing. We got it all done yesterday, but I'm afraid there's a lot of fish he's got to batch process, and I think possibly I might have to do it. Although he's got a big delivery of panko breadcrumbs.
Panko, because I'm making some fish pies.
Well, I might be making the fish pies.
You might be making them now, yeah, but I'll supervise.
What, you're in no fit state to supervise me?
I can talk.
Alright, he can talk.
And say,
He
no,
can
don't
talk.
do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Do whatever it is you will do that's not right. But having said that, you are just good at everything you do, so...
Not really, not really.
Oh,
I just
you
make it sound like I am.
you are. You're a mess.
So I've got my tea.
But
He's-
you give me a hard time when I'm bored.
Well, they do say that laughter makes you get better quicker. So we've done an awful lot of laughing this week, haven't we? We certainly have. So you see, the fact I'm making you laugh is making you take your mind off the fact that you've got COVID. So
No, it's not.
if I walk out the room and I go and do something else, I'll come back and he'll be feeling sorry for himself again. Anyway, we're going to I'll get on with some other things and leave him to feel sorry.
Stew.
To stew.
Pity.
Stew in your pity, yes.
Self-pity.
He's self-pity. See you later.